Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another beautiful episode with us here at Limitless Voices with Namono. And today we are going to be talking about something that life throws at us sometimes. And those are lemons. Exactly. You see one that I'm holding in my hand? Life sometimes throws lemons at us. And I would like to talk about this simple fruit, the lemon. This lemon here, most times when we taste it, it makes our faces to fold because of the bitterness in here. But also the other thing, the bitterness in this lemon is what also makes it a very, very powerful fruit. Because think about the other side of the story about this lemon. We sometimes squeeze out this juice here and we use it to marinate our meats, to marinate our fish, and oh my, it adds flavor to it. How about this zest skin when it is scraped off? It adds flavor to our desserts like the cakes. And that exactly is how our lives sometimes are. Because life throws so many lemons at us. These are challenges. I have so many lemons that life has thrown at me, but today is not my day to share that part of the story. Today I have a very amazing lady joining me here who is going to share with us her amazing story of how she has turned this lemon that on the first instinct we are like, ooh, that's so bitter. And she has turned it into something beautiful and has made lemonade juice out of it that we can have on a hot day or as we are relaxing. And join me to welcome Esther Mutawe with me here today. Esther, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me today, Bessie.
You're welcome.
So today I have this amazing lady and she has very beautiful stories of how she has turned, you see these lemons that we think are very bitter, and she has made lemonade juice. So she's going to be sharing with us, but before, let me give her the opportunity to introduce herself to us.
Thank you very much, Susan.
Yes.
Hello, viewers. My name is Esther Kasana Mutawe. I'm very happy to be back here again.
Yes.
I'm so happy and eager to share my story with you, how I turned the lemon into lemonade juice.
Ooh, yeah. I've had so many stories from Esther, and sometimes I'm like, wow, there is so much learning from these stories. But today, we would like to hear those specific ones of how she turned lemonade, like the lemons into lemonade juice. Esther,
Yes.
would you take us back? Is there that specific scenario or that specific story where you were able to turn these bitter lemons into something, like I said, how we use them for dessert,
Sure.
how we use them to marinate the different meats.
Okay.
Take us through.
Thank you very much. I'm again privileged to be on this channel right now.
Yes.
I think, like Auntie Susie has said, I'll take you way back to my childhood.
Yeah.
So, growing up, I was from a well-to-do family, let me say. I had a father, I had a mother, and I had siblings.
Yes.
I'm the third born out of 5. And growing up was such a nice thing because every time it was joy, it was peace, it was everything.
And the
Kamani was there. So there was not really much to worry about as a child because everything was there, provided for us. So be it fees, requirements, food at home, everything was there. So we had fun. We were all in boarding school and life was just going on well until this tragic day. I was around, I think I was in P7, yes, P7, when I was called from school that my dad had passed on. And because we were not the kind of people who used to know death a lot, it was strange to me. So when they called me from class and said, "Hey Esther, you have a visitor," I was like, okay, this is not a time for visitation. This is not even a time for someone to visit. Yes. Why would they come at this time? So my auntie is there, and she gives me the news. We were together with my sister that I follow, and they tell us, "You know what? We have come for you because you have lost your father." Sad. It's very sad. But then it had not yet clicked in my mind. I was like, okay, so if he has been lost, can we find him? That is exactly what I said. Can we find him if he's lost? And my auntie was confused. It's like, "No, Esther, he is actually not lost, but he is dead." That's what it says. Now that is when I started thinking, okay, so if he dies, that means he's not coming back. That means so many things ran into my mind. But looking at my sister, tears already rolling down her cheeks. And I realized, oh, it is actually something bad, you know. But being a child, I did not know the gravity of what it meant, because I had never been in that habit of seeing dead people, you know, having to go for burials. This was going to be my very first time to do that. And being a very close person, my real dad, it was heartbreaking at that time. But we go back home. Reaching home, we find people are crying, we find everyone is in places, the house has been disorganized, and I was wondering, hey, so this is actually what it looks like. But we had not yet seen the body of Dad, because I think it was still in hospital. So they bring it back home, and people are viewing and are crying, and even at that time, I was still playing, thinking it is just a joke. He's going to wake up in the night, and you know, and no, I was wrong. Time reaches, they're now taking him to the burial ground, and they're calling everyone, "Esther, Jonah, Jolie, come and we go, get in the car and we go." And we go home to our village. We go there, and they take him to church. Of course, the kids have to be around and all those things. I think all of you know the dynamics of death. So after the burial, fast forward, after the burial, my mom gathers us together and is like, "So guys, we are going back home alone." And that is when I'm like, okay, it is actually true, he has died. Even when they were putting him in the grave, for some reason I was still playing, I was thinking, So, but she's talking all that, but very miserable, crying and all those things. And I was wondering, death can really be a robber. But then she was still very young. Yeah. And so we go back home. Where we were still renting. Yeah. But my dad had a lot of plots of houses that he had not like, you know, constructed. They were just plots. And because he was the firstborn in their home, he had a lot of responsibility. So the relatives now started taking advantage of that. Yeah. So immediately after we came back home where I was staying in town, they all come and they're like, "We want this, we want that, we want everything. We even want that house." They thought it was his. No, until Mom said, "No, we are renting this place, so you can't take it." And she gave them the liberty to take everything they wanted in the house, because I mean, she was now defenseless. She didn't have anyone to, like, you know, come and support her, because the person that was there was no more. And mind you, these are the very people that we used to dine with, we used to laugh with, we used to go with to the village. Now they are the ones who have come and they want to take everything that my dad had owned. Very sad. And so they took literally everything. And my mom said, "You can take everything else, but you leave for me the children." And yeah, and because my dad was a civil servant, you know, with civil service there is some money that after you have died, they give the children and the widow. So my mom processed that too fast, because she wanted us to move out of a rental, knowing that she no longer has that luxury of, you know, just sitting home and everything is catered for. Yeah, and so she hurriedly got the money, went, because like I said, we had a lot of plots which were not developed, went and built a house really fast with the money that my dad had left behind. And now brought us to that place. So when we went back to school, when we came back, we were in a new, totally different place. Now, when she said, now this is going to be our home, Dad had some money, I built, so this is going to be our home. The other one was not ours. And so just as we were enjoying the home now and feeling, at home, one of the uncles comes and is like, we want the keys to this home because we want you, she was called Queen, we want you, Queen, to go remarry because you're still very young. There's still so many men who would want to have you as a wife. Leave us the children and go and remarry because that is life. You can't mourn forever. You can't mourn forever. Move on. Life has to go on. And I remember my mom looking at my uncle with a sad face. And she started weeping, saying, no, I gave you everything. What have you come for again here? And they're like, so this house is going to act as, it's going to collect money for fees. So we shall put people to rent it and we shall get fees for the children. It's okay, you can go. The kids, we will handle them. And I remember my mom saying, I'm not going to give you the keys. And I'm not going anywhere. These children have now become my parents. They have become my everything. So I can't imagine going to remarry and leaving these children alone, even if they'll be with their relatives. I strongly believe I will take care of them if God allows. And so my uncle, after speaking a lot of words.
So, Esther, just to cut you short, meanwhile, as all this is happening, what is going through your mind? Because I believe you are still young, but you're seeing so much happening.
Yes. So now, of course, being young, I now started seeing my elder brother reacting. He's like, no, uncle, even this little that we have, you want to take it. And now my sister, the one I follow, was just in tears. Like, why don't you leave us alone? Why don't you? And the three of us, we didn't know what was happening. We didn't know what. We're like, what is actually happening? Why are they even taking this property? We're just seeing a lot of changes and we didn't really get to know exactly what was going on. And when he failed at that, he went back and now started spreading. Now, after someone has died, my mom was a bit big-bodied. Now, she started reducing in size because of the thoughts that she had. She was thinking a lot. She barely slept because we would go to bed when she's awake. We wake up and she's still awake. And we would wonder, what time do you get to sleep? And she would be like, no, it is okay. I'm just making sure you guys are fine. And in the process of all those things happening and people talking, some people will come and knock the gate and they're like, she's also about to die. After all, the husband died of HIV. You see, she's also becoming small. She's going to die soon. We don't know where she'll leave the children. And those things would pierce so deep. And now those who would understand it, my brother and sister would be like, oh, mom, so you're also going to die and leave us here? And it was a hard moment, really. But I remember one Sunday, we were there helpless, as usual. Now, we had a neighbor who would always come checking on us. So this time she comes and tells us, you know what? I want to take you guys to church, to my church. And we are like, oh, church? After all this is happening, you're telling us about church? How unfair you are. And she insisted, and she's like, I know you're still grieving, you're still weeping, but there is someone I know who can turn all this into joy. Like, it may still be there, but the peace and joy you will have after knowing him will be more than this that you're going through. And my mom is like, wait a minute, is there someone like that? Oh, yes. And she's like, I want to introduce you to the person who has made my life better. Because I was also once in your situation. My husband died when I was young. I had children. Everything you're going through, I have been there. So I want to take you to a place where you're going to feel comfortable, and that would be church. And so mom tells us, dress up, and we go to church. And for the first time after our dad had passed, we go to church. She takes us to her church. And getting to the church, people were so welcoming. They didn't know what we were going through, but there was the love and warmth that they invited us with. Really was so nice. And we really felt at home for a minute. We felt like, oh, this is actually a good place to be.
Nice.
Yeah, and of course the preacher preached, they invited the new people, we stood up, and yeah, we will not say that life changed immediately,
yeah.
but there was hope. There was a seed that was sown. There was a seed that was sown that we felt, okay, I think we need to make this home now. Yeah, and now we started going there every Sunday. We would go to church, and we started getting a bit encouraged. Life started being a bit bearable. Yeah, a bit bearable. Like, okay, at least we'll hear the word of God, and then we calm down. Yeah, and so we moved on like that. School was going on with, of course, hardships.
Yeah.
This time you sit home for a whole month without fees, and the next time it is 2 months. And yeah, but we had hope because our mother kept telling us, this too shall pass.
Wow.
It is just a phase in life. Yeah, so it will also pass. And indeed, slowly by slowly, we started getting those muscles of, okay, this is here right now, but it will pass. You know, there are times when she could not be able to pay tuition for each and every one of us. So she would send the firstborn first, and then it's like, okay, now I've gotten some, Jolly go, and now Esther, you're the next, and now like that. So and we had accepted that because that was the situation that was going on. That was the bitterness of the lemon at that time. Life threw at us a lot of hard things. We started thinking a lot. All of us who were once happy had now started being, oh man, will life ever be the way it was? You know. But slowly by slowly, with prayer, persistence, resilience, life started becoming a bit easy for us. And also, maybe one thing that I have forgotten is before our dad was there, we never used to look at education as something very, because we had it. My dad would pay tuition. Yeah, why would I study so hard? Like everything was coming handy. And so my mom sits us down one time before we go to school and it's like, now you see the situation home. If you used to be number 10, I expect that you be number 1. I expect that you be number 2 or 3. And so what I'm trying to say is you work hard because that is going to make me happy. I'll stay home here working hard to get fees because I know the people who are at school are working hard. So it also helped us now start to think, okay, by doing this, we are going to make her happy. So every time we would go to school, we would promise her, Mom, I'm going to go to school, but I'm coming back number 1. I'm coming back. Wow. And so then in school, they would give some of the best students, they would give them half bursaries. Some they would give them a full bursary. And so we yearned to be among the students who had those opportunities and privileges. So now for me, there's senior 3. In first term, I promised my mom and tell her, Mom, I'm promising you this one. I'm going to go and study really hard. And remember, I had sat home for a whole month. Now she had just gotten money and it was half. Said, now you go and plead with the bursar and see if they can let you be in school. And before I left with nothing, that was just fees and I'm going. And then she's like, go. If she accepts, go start, because at least there is food, at least there is water, there is everything. So I promised her before I leave. I tell her, Mom, I am seeing the struggle, but I am promising you one thing. I'm going to make you the happiest woman. Wow! I'm going to make you the happiest woman on earth. It's okay.
It's fine. Like we are saying, these lemons are really bitter, and sometimes just us going deeper to remember some of the things is really so painful, and that's why we are here talking about it. We don't know what you're going through as an individual, but just to remind you that it too shall pass. That's why Esther is here to share her story, to encourage you, but also to just remind you that there is hope at the other side.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's very human. Yeah.
So I go to school first term, senior 3, very determined to be number 1. The clique that I had, the one that used to be late in class, used to despise teachers, used to just do anything in class. I came back a very totally different person. And so I remember being very active in first term. And one of the teachers called me aside and is like, Esther, you're different. I'm like, you know what is happening? It is not like it has been. Yeah, I need a scholarship. I don't want to be always to be the last to report in school. Yeah, and so she said, you know what to do. If you need any help, I'll be here to help.
Yeah.
And so I would read. But also, I remember praying so hard. Every time I would hold a book to read, I would be like, God, help me. I need this. You see, I need to get this scholarship. You know, and I worked hard, really hard. Put in more effort, started taking life very seriously at that stage. And in first term, I wasn't the first. No, I wasn't. I think I was in mid-20s there.
Yeah.
And then when I was handed my report, I wasn't happy. I told God, but at least I am not among the people that, you know, I was not almost the last. Because sometimes I would get my report and I would not mind what I had done. But this time I was mindful. I was like, oh,
let me check.
Actually, I'm not the first. How is mom going to receive me? And when I went back home, I told her, Mom, I am not the first, but I have improved. And I remember the smile on her face. Gave me so much hope, gave me so much peace. And she said, no, this is just first term. There's second term and there's third term. Even in the holiday, when we used to find time to play, now it was not play time anymore. We would find time, do whatever we needed to do, and go back to books. Fast forward. By the end of third term, I had gotten a half bursary for my school. Yes, I had gotten a half bursary for my school, and my heart was happy. I remember that teacher calling me out the day before we were breaking off to go home, and she's like, Esther, I have good news. You did it. I'm like, no. She said, you did it. You did it, Esther. And she gave me a hug and told me.
Did she know your objective that you had set?
Of course, I told her when she asked me, why are you serious lately? I told her, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to make life different. And I also want to make my mom very happy. Yeah, and so she kept encouraging me. Every time she saw me reading, she's like, you're on the right track.
Wow.
Go on, you're on the right track. Keep going on. And yeah, and I actually got a bursary. By the time I finished my senior 4, I was in full bursary.
Wow.
They were doing literally everything for me. And somehow the teachers were very supportive, knowing how hard it was for me before to stay home a month or 2 and come back. They were really happy for me. And the headmistress calls me after my senior 4 and tells me, I want you to come back. And I'm like, oh, because I know you are going to pass. Yes. I want you to come back. I want us to shine together.
Amazing.
Oh, and at that point, my brother was in Namiliamo College. He had also gotten a half bursary.
Nice.
Yeah, and my sister was also doing very well. And my little brothers and sister, life was now starting to. We were now starting to squeeze the juice out of the lemon. We're now starting to squeeze it. Although we did not see the picture, but we always had hope that things are going to get better every passing day. Yeah, and so we studied. I went back for HSC. I passed. Yes, I did. I passed. And but of course, you know, while I was before I joined my A level, as I was home, my uncles again came when I was in VA and told us, oh, now we can see you're fully grown. You're ready to go get married. Your siblings need to be helped. So what are you doing in school? Meanwhile, their children were in school. And they wanted us to get married. At senior 4, what kind of wife would I have been? I literally knew nothing about marriage. Yeah. And we persisted and said, no, that is not the path we want to take. I told my brother, you can now go and start beating charcoal, because now we need to survive. We need to survive. Go start finding places where they can accommodate you.
Were they even helping in anything? Because according to the story, I don't see them in the picture.
There is no help at all. People who used to visit every day would come, because that is the same route they would go to pass to go to the village. No one visited us. It was just me and my family. Maybe the only person that used to come was my grandfather, who was my mom's father. He would often come, surprise us with things, and you know, it was fun seeing him. So every time he said he would come, we were expectant. Oh, today we are going to take some sugar. Today we are going to do this, and it was real fun growing up. Yeah, so we refused that. We said, no, uncle, we are not going to get married. Yeah, we are going to pursue our education and we are going to see it to the end. Meanwhile, my mom kept saying, what will make me really happy is seeing all of you graduate. It will warm my heart. Even if I died without tasting your money, that would give me a lot of joy even to my grave. Yeah, and all of us, the five, were so determined. I am telling you, even if you came with all the things that any young child would need at that time to deviate from school, we would not have done that. We were sold out to this. We're like, no, with God on our side, this is what we are going to pursue to the end. Yes. And yes, we finished. We finished, really. We finished school. And all of us finished school.
Amazing. Yes. Tell them that you now hold a bachelor's degree.
Oh yes, I went to MOOCs after my senior 6. I went to Makerere University Business School and did human resource management. Yes, and graduated with a bachelor's degree, honors in human resource management. I am seated here to tell you that it is possible. Yeah, if you determine. If you know what you want, with God at the forefront, there is nothing that you cannot do. There is nothing you cannot do.
We are reading a book with Esther. I think it's the book that we've been reading for the whole of this month. And it has a Japanese proverb that says, fall 7 times and rise up 8 times. I really love this because, like Esther is sharing, life is going to throw so many hard things unto us. Our relatives who were once there will turn against you. People who have been close to you, because some of the things are not now happening, will go away. And it's up to us to get that bitterness that is in here to just make it more powerful and different. So Esther, you said so many good things that have really helped you. You said resilience. I could hear you say God, putting everything to God in prayer. Determination, because you are determined, like, this is where I really want to go. What do you think, you as an individual, like looking back, because you had all these ingredients, because when we are making this juice, you see, like, the lemons, there are those ingredients that we really need, and I really see you had the resilience, the determination, like I said. So what are some of those key questions that helped you stay on track? You know, sometimes this is going to come, but there is that tendency to say, oh, but Miss Susan, oh, life has thrown this at me. Like, you see that self-pity. What do you think helped you not to be in there and still just be determined and say, I don't care, but I'm sticking to this line? Yes. Because it's so easy.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, because of where life had put me, I embraced the Bible. Yes. And I started reading a lot of things that were resonating and making sense with me. Yes. Things of Jeremiah 29. Yes. God has good plans for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a hope and a future. Yes. Yeah, and all those things started making a lot of sense to me. I'm like, oh, so there is this God who has very good plans for me, who is actually not going to let me fall. He actually says he cannot let me let my enemies laugh at me, but he's going to raise my standard, that we shall eat on the same table with my enemies. And those are some of the things that really held, even when I was discouraged, because there are times I would get very discouraged. I would remember that, no, there is a God who has not given up on me. No. And also, I saw my brother made it.
Yes.
Like, oh, so if you could and we are coming from the same family, what is going to stop me from getting there? Yeah. If Jonathan and Jolie have been there and have gone through the same journey, then I can also do it. So seeing people who are already there gave me hope that I will also one time get there. And also that saying that my mom always said, Esther, these too shall pass. It really gave me a lot of encouragement. Every time I remember, it is just a phase. Yeah. You are there struggling with requirements. At campus, you're there is really, but you remember, these 3 years are going to pass, and I'm going to be on the other side, you know. I pushed through even the hardest, because while at campus there are so many things that can come to distract you. You get to find people who say you're attractive,
but you also don't have the commanding, to give you the commanding.
Exactly. And now you start to weigh options like, should I not? Is it really something that I should take on seriously, or I will forget why I'm here? And also just having the right mindset at all times. Always having to check back. Am I the one who wants? There are people looking at me. I had sisters behind and a brother who were looking up to me. Like, oh, so Esther, after all this, you want to fail at this time? So I had people. I said, no, I am going to push. I'm going to run this race. The hurdles will be there. Sometimes you will cry, because humanly speaking, you miss people. I at one point started missing my dad so much, and those times would be so hard for me. Be like, but God, what did we do that you had to take him out at the time we needed him most? But I would remember, all things happen together for good for those who love the Lord, and it would really give me encouragement, and it would give me hope. So I think just seeing people who have overcome also really gave me the persistence and resilience to say, okay, I'm going to get there. One day I will cry tears of joy,
because I'm now a victor.
Exactly.
Amazing.
And I also had friends who were very encouraging at that point. Every time I would go away from my path, they'd be like, hey Esther, come back. Come back, we have a degree to attain here. And so really having the right people at the right time are very helpful. Even when you try to think of doing the craziest thing, there would always be people who will bring you back in granted. Because mom was not always there to watch us and say, Esther, you're going astray. No. The only what she would always tell us is, go and be wise. Go and be wise. So are you being wise by chopping lectures?
No.
Are you being wise by going and getting yourself drunk?
No.
So it was just following the right path all the time.
Actually, I like someone who keeps saying, they taught me to ask myself this question: whatever you're doing, is it leading to the life that you would like to see at the end of the day? Then it reminds you, like, hey, I think I need to get back to the line. So Auntie Essie, as we wind up, having gone through this story of bitterness and you refining and making the lemonade, to someone the other side who is maybe going through it, may be a different situation or a similar situation, what would you say to them?
Okay. What I would want to advise my dear viewers is that life is going to throw a lot of things at you. Because you are a human being, there are so many things that are going to come your way. But this is how I overcame. I trusted in that God of impossibilities. Even when the world was screaming failure, even when the world was screaming a lot of negative things on me, I chose to listen to the voice of truth. it told me a different story. It told me that I'm a conqueror, I am a winner, I'm an overcomer, I will make it.
Yeah.
And so, my dear viewer, stick to your goal. Do not let anyone else speak something that does not resonate with your goal. If you want to, let's say, finish education like I did, you know the right things to do. Get the right people. Be very determined at whatever you're doing, and a day at a time. Take life a day at a time. Don't hurry life, because in a hurry you want to get what your other friend has, and you don't know how they got it. Just take it a day at a time. Yeah. And I am telling you, it is going to, and before you know it, it will be, hey, I finished the 2 years, I'm left with 1 year. Yeah, a day at a time. But the most important thing is keep in prayer. Keep in prayer. Yeah, keep in prayer. It is one weapon that overcomes the enemy so well. Yes.
So we are believers. That's why you keep hearing, trust in God, trust in God, because yes, we know He's our superpower who is ready to fight all our battles. So if you keep hearing it over and over, that is really the background. Thank you so much, Esther, for being vulnerable and willing to share that story with us today. It is a very powerful story for you to learn from, for me to learn from. And as we wind up, I would like you to ask yourself, you may be going through a hard situation. I always ask myself these questions. What can I learn from this situation? How am I going to react to it? But then what can I do better so that this very thing does not happen? Or how can I get more solutions or options from other people so that I'm able to go about this? Because sometimes you're not going to have all the solutions. So we need people in our lives to guide us. So the truth is, these lemons are always going to come. But learn to embrace, accept. It's a process, and it too shall surely pass, like how she always say, and indeed it will. Thank you so much for watching, and of course don't forget to go down and hit that subscribe button. Let's keep growing this network. Remember, here at Limitless Voices, it's one voice at a time.
Yes.
Thank you so much.